Good morning, happy Friday, and welcome back to the NOFO Live podcast, where I, Sunitha, along with my co-host Tracy, we hop on every Friday and talk about everything North Fork. I am on a road trip, hence the change of scenery. I'm in my car. I am driving through New Jersey, so I literally got so much traffic and had to pull over, which really was the plan anyway, at one of the beautiful rest areas on the New Jersey Turnpike. So you're getting a glimpse of the New Jersey life. Spring is finally starting to show some signs of arriving on the North Fork. The cherry blossoms in my backyard are starting to bloom, and so even though it's a little gray and rainy today, it's making me happy because I feel like it's been a cold, I don't want to say brutal winter because it hasn't been brutal per se, but it's definitely been like a lingering cold, and even though it's April, it still hasn't sort of come into that beautiful season on the North Fork, but we're getting there, and maybe this weekend is a good start of it. Our guest on the show had them on before and talked a little bit more about them. They are doing their annual Earth Day celebration, which, again, reminds me back of spring. So I'm so excited for them to be on. And good morning. How are you?
Good morning. So you forget that April is showers that brings the Mayflowers.
I can't hear you.
You can't hear me? Oh, well, that's not good.
Is it me or are you muted?
You sound far away, but
Marissa,
do I
can
sound
hear
far
you?
away, Marissa?
No, you
it's
sound fine.
me.
It's you. Well, are you through your car, Sunita, right now?
You sound muffled, yeah.
But you know what's funny, Sunita?
Talk amongst yourself because I can't hear you. Let me figure out what's going on with my phone.
Okay, yeah, when she was on by herself, I could hear her fine when I was logging on, but now she sounds muffled. How are you this morning, Marissa?
Good. How you doing, Tracy?
Good. Good. Hi, Maria. Hi, Kelly.
Hi. How are you?
Good. Sunita's having some technical difficulties, so we're just. All right. So Sunita, can you hear us? No. All right. Well, while she's figuring that out, I will host.
Okay, I'm back. I had it on headset. Good morning. Oh my God, this whole turnpike situation is so crazy. But anyway, I'm here. Good morning. Sorry about that. Hi, Maria. Hi, Marissa. Hi, is that Kelly? Hi, Kelly.
Hi.
Oh my God, I'm
Good
so
morning.
excited to have my old crew back.
Yeah.
Good to be here.
Well, yes, I say old in quotation because for the last 4 years I have been on the board of Slow Foodie Stand with these lovely women who are continuing to do amazing stuff. So I can't wait to hear. I can't wait to hear the plans for this year.
Shall we jump in?
Yes, Maria.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you want to give a quick? I know we've had Slow Foodie Stand on before, but if you just want to give a quick couple of sentences of what Slow Foodie Stand is and what you guys are trying to do on the East End.
We're all volunteers. Our mission is to bring our food network together on the East End, which is a lot of territory. It's the North Fork, it's the South Fork. So we are concerned about our farmers. We're concerned about all of our growers, our food producers, we encourage people to gather around the table, know who's growing your food, enjoy what you're eating, eat healthy, eat seasonal, eat local, and to celebrate. And we're an international group too, and we're the largest chapter in the United States.
We are?
So we are, yes.
And the most active.
Wow.
And the most active, really,
too.
yes.
Yep.
Wow.
And when you're talking about a volunteer organization that's been around since 2004, that's really an impressive track record. And we now have at least 4,000 plus followers to our newsletter that goes out. So we're reaching a lot of people, and that's really important. And there's so much to share. And Earth Day is our way of kicking off the season. As you said, it's when everything's popping, ready to grow. The shoots are coming out of the ground, and we're back we're going to be hosting this at Golden Acres Farm, which is one of our favorite farms. In fact, you have a Snail of Approval Award for all of
Yay!
your organic practices and your business practices and your community involvement, which is spectacular. By the way, Marissa is also a Snail of Approval, or Main Road Biscuit Company too. So,
Yay!
you know,
Wait,
Jamesport
Maria,
is,
can you
Wait,
just
wait, this
tell our listeners what a snail of approval means?
yes, thanks for asking. So we have, we're really kind of on a fast track now to try to recognize more people, but we have 30 that have been awarded so far on the East End, and these are businesses that we believe, you know, they abide by our values and have, you know, an incredible record and of organic practices, fairness in the community, active involvement. We have awarded, last year we got a lot of publicity because we awarded a Snail of Approval to 𝗵𝐸 Medical Center because they have an exceptional uh, meals program there now that is totally, you know, changed the way hospitals think about how they can serve their population. So we're thinking broadly, we're thinking outside the box, and we're recognizing wineries, farms, growers, restaurants, and now hospitals.
I just want to clarify that when we gave it to the 𝗵𝐸 Medical Center, it was really for their food services,
Right.
Yeah.
because they already are recognized for their medical services,
Yeah.
but along with that, they are really using food as a nutrition component for healing. So if you do end up having to stay there for any hospitalization, you also are, you also get better food to go with it. I want to jump to you, Marissa, if you want to just
Sure.
real quickly introduce who you are
Oh, sure.
for people who live under a rock and don't know your delicious biscuits, and also your role at Slow Food East End.
Sure. Hi. Sunita, I took your role. I'm sorry. I
I love it. It's
kicked out
great.
and I just slid right in there.
Sorry, in a good
I
way.
am I'm the owner of Main Road Biscuit Co. in Jamesport. It's a brunch restaurant. And I am also the vice chair of Slow Food East End. And as of recently, I'm also a a Snail of Approval Award winner. So my company is. So yeah, it was very exciting. Just echoing everything Maria just said. But you know, Slow Food this is just a chapter of a global organization. So this runs across Europe. This runs across the United States. There's many chapters that you can get involved with if you're interested and you're like-minded for this kind of this kind of topic.
So
Real
tell
quick,
us.
sorry, Tracy, one sec. Before we get into Earth Day, I know you're having a Jamesport Fest today, Tracy. Everybody here.
I know, I'm so
So
excited.
this is like a Tracy celebration as well. Can we just talk real briefly about some of the other programs you do? I know you have a baking thing coming up. If you want to talk a little bit about that before we jump into Earth Day.
Yeah. Maria?
Marissa, do you want to?
Oh, okay, it's fine. Yeah, we have several programs that we run through Slow Food. One of them is called Flower Power. That started several years ago during COVID, where we just really wanted to reach out to the community and do something for people that maybe didn't have access to nutritious food. We started a home bake program where people would bake. It's a nutrition dense recipe for bread, essentially. The recipe yields 4 loaves. And essentially, they are donated to various pantries around the East End. We do have an upcoming, I think it's the same weekend as Earth Day.
I think it's
Yeah,
April
we have an
15th, maybe, because I was
upcoming,
thinking, Tracy, I don't have a kitchen because I'm going to a kitchen demo, and I was going to say, Tracy, I'll come over to your house and we'll bake some bread and
yeah,
deliver it.
Really would
So I
love
think April
that.
15th.
it's
Yeah,
a
I
great
thought that was,
recipe
but
to be shared with friends to make it. It's a little steppy. But it's very good. I've made it myself several times and it's delicious. And it's a big bake. And I think we're trying to get at least 70 breads for that bake. And we can post information or send you the information after the call so you can
Yeah, we'll
let your
share it.
viewers
and
know.
one of the things that I enjoyed about that program was it really allowed somebody that's sitting at home that kind of wants to participate but doesn't really have the time to give to like a whole, committing to volunteering. But this
Yeah.
is simple.
Yeah.
I think for every quarter or maybe a couple of times a year, you guys are going to do this bake.
Yeah.
So it's easy for somebody at home to be able to participate and be involved.
As we say, it's the yeast we can do, right?
Yeah. Yeah. The
I
baking,
love it.
the
Love it.
baking group, if you do want to join the baking group, there is a Facebook group for that. You can check it out on Facebook and see what that's all about, what the comments are, what people are saying about it. It's on our website as well. It's a great group. And 𝗵𝗍cie 𝗙𝗀 she heads that up, and she sends out the information well in advance of when the breads are needed and what pantries need it. So,
That's great.
yeah. Um, Another program that we run and we've been running successfully for many, many years is our gardens program. So essentially, we give, you can apply for, and we potentially would grant garden funds to start a garden at a school, a community garden, could be a library, it could really be anywhere. A garden green, in a green space. And that's been a really successful program under two people now, 𝗦𝗹tože, who is a master farmer, and we have Claudine Nyan also, who is, she's from Amber Waves Farm. She's also on our board. And those two are just wonderful at keeping that program going. Yeah, just to know where your food comes from, to grow it from seed, to take it all the way to the plate. It's very important to know where your food comes from. And that food can be very, very easy to grow and nutritious.
Well,
Yeah.
It's a very
Kelly can
important
speak to that
program.
more than anybody here because you are the farmer
Yeah.
Well,
at
And
and I
Golden
was gonna
Acres, correct?
say,
yeah,
how appropriate that nature just arrived on the show.
right,
I
right.
can
Yeah.
hear all the birds and
Yeah.
everything in the
At Kelly's
background.
beautiful farm.
Oh,
Yeah.
thank you. It's going to be a great place for the event. It's if you haven't been here, it's down a private lane that's tree lined. It's so refreshing, charming here. A lot of barn. I mean, this is a working farm, but the barn is really an old dairy barn. Well, you should tell the story.
Yeah. Gosh, this has been an organic farm. The farm and soil have, since 1994, this soil has been maintained. Everything's organic. We just believe that we need to grow responsibly and get organic into everyone's hands at a reasonable price. Everyone should have access. We firmly believe that. And this is prior to 1994. It was a local vet who had the farm, and they had Dr. Brown. And if you come and visit the barn, you'll see all the cows' names still up in the barn, in our milking room, we call it. And we have like Doc Brown's old medicine cabinet. We left everything intact, at least for 40 years it's been. So it's really a special place. Used to play here as a kid, so it's like full circle for me, because I went to school with his children. So yeah, it's just a special, special place.
And we have a question. So it's Golden Acres Farm. It's in Jamesport on Peconic Bay Boulevard.
Correct.
So it right in Jamesport, right between Aquabog
Yeah.
and if you know where Main Road
Yeah.
Biscuit is.
Yep.
And Earth Day is, just to be clear, it's on April 19th with a rain date of the 26th. It's from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. at Kelly's beautiful farm. It is free to come. There will be items for sale, but it is free to come. Parking is free as well. Yeah, so come. It's a great family fun day.
It really
Last
is.
year, I think you both were there.
Yep.
We had over 250 attendees. We had about 40 vendors. This year we're slated for about the same. I think we're at about 35 vendors right now. That ranges from, we have beekeepers, we have egg farmers, we have
Flower
booksellers,
growers,
we have mushroom growers. It really runs the gamut. Oyster
herbalists,
farmers,
artists.
yeah, yeah, artists,
It
yeah. So
is really
it's a
one
really
of
fun
the
day, afternoon.
as a mom of a toddler, I really don't get to a lot, and it is one of the days that I make sure that I get to. It's a great event to bring her to, just from a family friendly aspect, but also things I want her to learn about and things I want her to see.
Yeah.
And it's a great family day.
And
And
this year we're
actually,
going to have go
Amanda,
ahead.
you had Amanda and Kate on last week, or was it the week before? I don't
From the
know.
party,
Yeah, it was
But
last
yeah,
week.
they'll be
from
there
the
too.
party animal, yes.
Yeah, Party Animal North Fork will be there, and they're going to run an eco egg hunt for the kids.
Oh, Oh,
So
that's great.
yeah, and then afterwards, the kids will be able to take the eggs and go over to a craft table and decorate the eggs. And yeah,
I
it's a
think we
fun. It's
have
a really
about
fun.
a
I know Kelly
hundred.
has some crafts that she's going to be. Well, actually, it's a gardening craft, right? That you're doing, Kelly.
Yes, we're gonna have
Ish.
little paper pots that they can decorate, their marker, and we have little basil seedlings, and they can, I want them to touch it and smell it and feel the plant, get their hands in the soil, and they can take the little seedling home. We have little bee crafts that they can do to just add a little fun little bee to it. So yeah, just something the kids. It's all about the kids.
Yeah.
We'll have face painters. We'll have other artists. I mean, and also the Easter egg hunt. They're going to be like 150 eggs with
That's so
surprises in them. So
fun.
Yeah.
it's going to be a lot of fun
Um,
Will you
and
also
and live
libations
music.
have,
and
Yeah.
I know in the
great
past
food.
you've had like seminars and
Yes,
learning sessions. Will you have that again this year?
they'll be at the vendors' tables. Will be some of them, and then we'll have some in the barn as well. And we'll have that schedule posted up before long. But it'll be a mix of people who are experts in how to use every bit of your vegetable and make something delicious. Not to
Composting.
toss it away. Keep
Yes,
keep it up.
Yeah.
composting.
Composting will be discussed. Uh, we have a lot of experts who are eager to share what they know, and so all day long, I roll from 1 to 4. Um, we really hope we get a great turnout this
Yeah.
year. And the weather,
Well,
Marissa has pointed out, is supposed to be 60 degrees and sunny. So
Woo!
oh, this is
Let's hope it stays
is
like
that's
this
the
the
big deal.
third? Is this the third or the fourth? I mean, I know this is the first time we're doing it at Golden Acres. And the other thing I wanted to point out when you mentioned Amber Waves as well. Slow Food East End serves both forks, the North and the South Forks. So we tend to, I'm saying we because I still feel like I'm part of the team.
you are.
We
You're
tend
part of
to
our
do
community.
events in both. And I know, Tracy, the ones
Yes.
you've been to in the past, you made an effort to drive all the way to Hampton Bays on the South Fork to attend this event, which is great. And because of that location, we were able to incorporate the compost garden that's at that location and the Shinnecock kelp farmers that are in that area. So I'm looking forward to similarly the plan here. I know somebody mentioned, Kelly, here about your strawberries because we did an event with you guys for strawberry picking last year. So I know that whatever the farm lends to is the
Yeah.
experience, which will be beautiful that everybody will have.
Yeah.
And Kelly,
Absolutely.
obviously, we're having it here on her farm, but there'll be other farmers here. And Ecological Cultural Initiative, which is the garden Sunita was referencing, that's in Hampton Bays, which is remarkable. Everything they grow goes to a local food pantry, and they'll be here too. So it's an opportunity to get to meet a lot of people from both forks that are doing really good work in the food world and make new friends, bring a friend.
Yeah.
We have a great track record with this, and it's
We'll be
a
posting
great way to kick the year off.
in the next couple of days. We'll be posting the
Oh,
vendors so you can
I have
see.
a very important question, Marissa. Will there be food?
So yes, of course. Slow Food doesn't do any event with
Food.
no food. It just doesn't happen. Yes, Lauren Lombardi, actually, Lombardi's Lovely Market. She will be the primary vendor for food.
I mean, what else
We'll
do
be
you need once you have her food? Like, really?
yeah.
Maybe some
Well,
wine. Maybe some
lucky
wine if you
us.
have some.
Lucky for us, we will also have peconic old oysters, shucking fresh oysters,
Ooh.
delicious. We have a woman who makes shortbread cookies, decorated shortbread cookies.
Oh, is
Eileen
Maynard
Dwyer.
Biscuitino will
is that
be
Is
Eileen
that
taking in some
from?
Eileen?
sweets.
That's
Yep.
probably Eileen. It's
Eileen.
probably
Yep.
Eileen.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yes, it
yeah,
is.
yeah. Shortbread Kitchen.
Cab Franc
Yeah, we'll have plenty of food. We have double speak cocktails, making some very special lemonade
for
theme
kids and adults.
cocktails for adults. And we will have Cab Franc Forward there as well. They are a New York State organization that trying to further the plight of the Cab Franc grape, and they will be sampling local wines as well.
Maria,
Yeah,
can you
I
talk a
mean,
minute about that? Because I know Slow Food Eastern just sponsored a huge event for Cab Franc
yeah,
in New York City. So can you just talk a little bit
It's
about what you're
sure.
trying to
it's
do
a new
with the
or
local wine growers?
it's a new organization to promote Cab Franc, which is the most widely grown red grape in New York State for wine. There's 37 to 40 different wineries across New York State who are currently part of this organization of promotion. And we have quite a few of the wineries on the East End that grow Cab Franc. So they're all part of it too. And they'll be with us on, they'll be with us at the event. I've just lost my ear pod.
Uh-oh.
There it is.
That's okay. We can hear the birds, so it's perfect.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's
Sharing.
food from Lauren Lombardi, oysters, mocktails and cocktails, and lemonade,
Yeah.
and Cab Franc wine. So everybody can linger there
Yeah.
for the whole time as
Yes.
needed, right?
Yes.
We'll have picnic tables here. We have a sandbox over here. There's lots of things for the kids to do as well and run around. And, you know, come for half an hour, come for 4 hours. You know,
Right. Exactly.
What
it's going to be great.
One of the things that, you know, people always ask us about NOFO Live and why we enjoy it and why we've been doing it so long. And I always like to point out certain events of the year where when we go, we literally know every single person there because it is truly a joining of the community. And this event every year is one of those where table to table, you're like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. And it's just such a wonderful group of people and vendors and everybody that comes together. And it's really like sustainability who's who of on the North Fork. It's really a great event.
It's a special event. It's very unique. I mean, spring, you see a lot of events popping up, galas. You see a lot of events happening on the East End, but this one's really very unique in the sense of the theme and how many small businesses were able to bring together in one place, and where the place itself is essential and important to highlight. It's a special event, and I'm very proud to be a part of it.
And I think
brings
also,
all
you know, I mean, I don't know about you guys, but from when I was a child, we always had Earth Day in school. But this is an opportunity for adults and children to actually see people who are walking the walk and talking the talk.
That's exactly
And
it.
putting these practices into place.
That's exactly it, Tracy. Yeah.
So you'll
Yeah. What does
find a
that
lot,
actually mean?
Right.
right?
Right.
Because we'll have a
What
lot
is
of
Earth Day?
experts, and we have a lot of experts that you'll be able to ask questions about how to make better compost. You know, how to be more sensitive about your soils. You know, all of these things like that are, you know, things that we should know, especially on the East End.
Yeah.
And feel closer to and connected to.
And Kelly is a wealth of knowledge. So she would be happy to show you anything on her farm.
That's
Absolutely.
She's got
I
a gorgeous
You
greenhouse.
should know your farmer.
Yes.
Know your farmer.
Absolutely.
Know where your food's coming from. We need to go grab it out of the field for you. We'll cut you fresh, whatever, anytime.
And
They have a wonderful CSA, Golden Acres, and I was a CSA member for several years, and it was the most pristine, beautiful produce. Yeah.
We're sitting on the porch of their beautiful farm stand at the barn. So that'll be open in May, right?
We open May 28th for the season, yes. And we go all the way to Thanksgiving.
I think I saw on some of the lists or flyers of the Yard Crop, like is going to be there, Kirsten from Yard Crop. Yeah. So it sounds like you guys have curated. Oh, I just see Laura on here. I saw Susan earlier. It's so nice to see the support from the team. Laura used to be a past president. She was definitely on the board. I can't remember.
And she's also a state governor and a national figure on the food board.
Yes. Hi, Laura. So I'm looking forward to the collection and the curation of all these wonderful. You said you have about 35 vendors?
Yes.
Yes.
Are you looking?
I'm going to find the list of where we're at right now. Why not? We have time. If it's interesting,
I thought I saw lumber and salt on the list somewhere there.
Yes.
I mean, I just very quickly glanced at the list, but it sounds like. And was it Maria? Were you talking about Share the Harvest earlier or ECI?
ECI is coming.
Okay.
Share the Harvest won't be here this year. We're going to be doing something with them for solstice, and they're another farm that grows just for food pantries. And this right now is a very difficult time for farmers, but for especially those that are serving the underserved because of all the budget cuts. And the funding has completely changed. So now more than ever, if you can't come to Earth Day, still please support your local farmers. and especially the farms that are doing this kind of good work. It's really important. They need our support.
Well, Marissa, you mentioned the event is free, which is great because it allows everybody to be able to
I wanted to
attend.
go back
But
to that.
how can we support Slow Foodie Stand? I mean, is there an RSVP? Can people donate? Like, how can everybody support you?
Yeah, the event is essentially free, but obviously Slow Food East End is a um, 501c3 organization. So all of the funds that we put towards any event we raise um, um, in various ways. So one of the ways, if you want to give back, even if you can't come to the event, is we are sort of campaigning for a suggested $20 donation. So you can do that online. You can do that through our Instagram. We will post that. We will have QR codes throughout the event itself that you can very easily access. And it's really just a gift what you can. If you just want to give $5, that's fine. We'll also be selling some of our merch there as well. So if you would rather have a t-shirt or if you would rather have a water bottle, that's fine too. But all the money goes right back into the community. So it does help us fund events like Earth Day. It helps us fund the event like we had with Kelly, the summer solstice, and several other events that we do throughout the year. And Snell
Programming
Cable
for
Awards and
schools.
things like that. But yeah, if you just want to give money, that's great. There will be an opportunity to do that right when you walk in at check-in. So yeah.
Thanks for asking
Wonderful.
that important question, too.
Yeah.
Well,
So
I see Nancy's on here as well, and I guess she'll be on here sharing some native seeds. I mean,
yeah.
one of the things about living on the North Fork, and especially I'm speaking as a transplant, it's such a concentrated area of people literally living that life. And you can't help but assimilate into it because you see a farm on every corner. So even if I'm not full-fledged farming, it certainly inspires you to grow, even if you start with herbs or if you start with tomatoes or start with something small. And I think, Kelly, what you said is so important. I think most people here know a farmer, right?
Yes.
Even if it's not their farm, they know a farmer, they know where the food comes from, and that
Right.
constant reminder. And I think Slow Food is such a great organization to continue to bring that continually back into your everyday life.
Yes.
So it's just part of your life. This is what I do. I am Slow Food. Whether I am on the board or not, it just is part of you when you live in this area.
Well,
Yes.
and I also think, I've learned so much from living here. Even though I don't necessarily have the room to grow like a food garden, I've chosen now to put certain flowers that I know feed the pollinators that are then going to go help somebody else's garden. That kind of education is something that I never would have had if I didn't live here and everybody was just talking about it all the time.
Absolutely.
That's amazing.
So
this is the time of
Marissa,
year
we
you start to
usually do
really
our
remember.
NOFO Live 5 at the end of the show, but if you want to take that time to tell us the list of vendors, if you pulled it up, we can use it to do
Yeah,
that instead.
I'm looking for the current one. I'm sorry.
Yes, the chocolate. We have shortbread cookies. We have lumber and salt. We have
1760 Farmstead.
1760.
Oh, Larry's going to be the Tracy.
Yeah.
It's going to be like
He's
you
amazing.
said, Tracy.
All right, I've
Every
got it.
person you
I've
go
got
to,
the list.
yeah.
All right. So of course we have Golden Acres. We have Jen Party Arts. She's the one who's going to be doing the face painting
And
for the kids.
and
We've
Wait,
got
is the face
17.
painting only for the kids?
No.
Anything goes.
I'm just saying, I'm ready for the
Anything goes.
sunflower. I'm ready for sunflower season. I need like a big sunflower on my face.
You did that once
I
before
did.
at an event.
I think it was at Kelly's event when we did the solstice.
Oh, that's right. Yes. Yes.
We've got 1760 Homestead Farm. We've got 1610 Sourdough. A book place out of Riverhead.
Good. Lovely.
Yep. We have Blooming Curiosity. We have Choose Local Fish program, which is out of Cornell Cooperative Extension.
Great.
We have an artist, Christy Jones. We have Dissette.
I love her.
Yeah. We have Dissette. She'll be doing an activity using natural dyes.
Great.
Show you how she does that. Double Speak will be there. We have East End Seaport Museum out of Greenport. We have ECI, as Maria said. We have the Food food rescue organization, which was also she was on the
Yeah.
board too, right?
Yeah.
Howard.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
was also, see, this is what I'm saying. Even when your time at the Slow Food East End board is over, I think everybody has continued to take that seed and do other things in the
Yeah.
community.
And somebody
So
stay
what
connected. Yeah.
you're saying is once a snail, always a snail?
Yeah, yeah.
That's the new that's the
Basically,
new motto.
That's the new logo.
Yeah.
Awesome.
We have Green Door Woodworks. We have Herrick's Lane Farm down the street from Main 𝗪𝗪𝐵𝐴 Co. and from
Yeah.
Kelly's Farm. Lombardi's will be there. Lumber and Salt, they'll be there with their repurposed items. Mattatuck Mushrooms, North Fork Fresh Eggs, One
those are the cutest eggs.
Nature. Yeah.
Oh, One Nature. Yay.
Yeah,
Yep.
they make
One
our merch.
Nature.
So I guess they make Slow Food East End's merch as
Yeah.
well.
Right. Yeah. They make our t-shirts and all of our sort of paraphernalia.
Relic.
Botanical Oysters will be there. Points East is doing live music.
Yay! I love that.
You should have led with that.
I said it before. I think it wasn't loud enough. But yeah, they'll be doing the music again this year. So we're very excited for that.
Awesome.
PSC&G is sending one of their groups over. It's called the REAP program, and they'll let us know all about that. Affordability,
Cool.
energy affordability. Relic will be there. Rewild, Rowan Craft Boutique, also Party Animal North Fork, both out of Feather Hill in Southold. Surfrider Foundation of Eastern Long Island will be there. Sweet Woodland Farm will be there. Yard Crop, as you said. Shortbread Kitchen with her decorated cookies. Soul Creations. And a number of slow food program tables.
And
That's who we have.
Marissa, is there an opportunity for people who are listening today, if they want to be a vendor, to still apply?
They can reach out to slowfoodieastend@gmail.com, and we will have to make that determination. We already have some categories are sort of filled, and we really want to make sure that people get to speak and
definitely
have an
reach out.
opportunity to be seen.
Yeah.
But absolutely, if you're interested, let us know.
And we're looking for a few volunteers too to help us for the day.
Okay.
And we're also enlisting the support of high schoolers. So if anybody listening today has a high school student in the area that might want to, it's a great way to get some community credit or
Service. Yeah.
Thank you. And come.
And
come
how
to
do they
enjoy
let you know that? What's the best way to do that? Through the email or through the Instagram?
I think Instagram probably for this audience is an easy way, but your email is also, and we have, we're going to probably post that as well on Instagram too.
Yeah, if you go to Mattatuck High School or Riverhead High School, they already have the information.
Yeah.
So if you have the app on your phone, it should be there for the community service hours. If you go to a different high school or whatever, we'll post something to our stories and make sure that you have a way to sign up for volunteering.
Wonderful.
Well, thank you both for joining us. I miss our, weekly chats or whatever. And I know what it takes to pull an event like this together. I mean, Tracy probably knows it better than me. So best of luck to you guys. I know you probably have 100,000 things to do before you get there, but thank you for putting all the effort in to continue for us to enjoy the slow way of living.
Thank you,
Thank you for
Tracy, and thank you. Yeah, and thank you, Kelly, for being a great partner in this event.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It's a great organization.
Yeah,
thank you so much.
Can't wait for everyone to see your beautiful farm.
Thank you
Thank you.
So
much,
the
everybody.
event is 4/19, correct?
Yeah.
April
Yes.
19th?
Saturday.
Yeah.
Saturday.
Have a great weekend. I know for Tracy, you could just walk across the street and go to the farm, but so
We'll walk
you'll
there.
definitely
Oh,
do
great.
it.
Yeah.
Nice.
Can't wait.
Have a great spring
Bye,
weekend, everybody, and
everybody.
we'll see you next Friday.
Awesome.
Bye.
Thank you.
so much.